football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, it didn't happen for more than 50 years. Then the Bucs played the Super Bowl in Tampa. The Rams played in L.A. And now here are the Raiders in their home stadium in Las Vegas.
And what an accomplishment this would be. You think about all the Raider fans back in the Bay Area, in Southern California, and of course in Las Vegas now, who have longed for this day. The Raiders going for their first title since beating Washington in January of 1984.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait is over. This has been, of course, one of the preeminent franchises in American sports. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On third down, it's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
What we hear so often, how
so now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have...
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from... Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. From the gun on third down, Frank. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, Frank working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line. On first down, Frank. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's caught. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. A big third down pickup of... Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a must here, as this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said...
Well, the turnover forces this defensive unit to scramble to get back out there, as now they get the unenviable task of defending a first and goal situation. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down. got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Frank. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Austin Hooper, 67 yards. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Malcolm Kuntz, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defense. Well, pressure gets to him again. is going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Here comes Carter. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st and 10, Frank finding Carter on the slam and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6 coming up. Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run left with Pollard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Here's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz him, put pressure on him.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down 28-20, 36 seconds remaining. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Prescott able to find Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Complete. Pollard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's Dak. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And how about this? Viva Las Vegas! The Las Vegas Raiders on top of the football world as they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.